One of the premises of the Way of Victory, pillars rather, along with dynamic optimism, which I talked about in a previous video. You can go back and look at that video. It's called Dynamic Optimism. Very powerful video, talking about a very powerful practice. But what I want to talk to you about today is called the circle theory. I first heard about the circle theory from a man named Chuck Green, who I'm forever grateful for sharing it with me. And I'd like to share it with you now. The circle theory was introduced to me as I was a young, probably about 20, 21-year-old black man in America. And I'd run into the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And many of those teachings resonated with me, like the teaching of self-reliance, the teaching of family values, the teaching of self-reliance, the teaching of accepting your own and being yourself, the teaching of not being a victim, personal responsibility. Those things resonated with me. Some of the white devil aspects and didn't quite resonate with me because, not to be funny, but some of my best friends are white. So it kind of didn't really resonate with me, but I was so captivated by the charisma of Louis Farrakhan, by the words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that I was actually ready to jump into the Nation of Islam at that time, in spite of my kind of reservations. But a man named Chuck Green said to me, he looked me straight in my face and he said, listen, I want to tell you about how I look at life. It's called the circle theory. You see people going around in circles. For instance, let's look at the Nation of Islam. They're going around in a circle. There are some aspects of it that you like, some aspects of it that maybe don't resonate with you as much. What you do is you take the aspects that resonate with you and you leave the rest. And then you go into somebody else going in a circle and you take those pieces, the ones that resonate with you, and gradually you develop your own unique circle based on your personal preference, your personal responsibility, and your personal power. So the circle theory is, in essence, a way of empowerment. So you take what's useful and leave the rest behind. Like Bruce Lee, may he rest in peace. One of my greatest influences well in my youth, some call the father of MMA, because what he was doing was, in essence, the circle theory with martial arts. See, back in those days before Bruce Lee, if you were a karate practitioner, that's all you practiced was karate. And you couldn't deviate from your particular style of karate, or kung fu, or judo, or jiu-jitsu, or aikido. But it was almost considered blasphemy to mix those together. But Bruce Lee said, hey, all of them have aspects that are beneficial. I'm going to take what's useful, no matter where it comes from, and use it. And so this revolutionized martial arts and was the forerunner of martial arts, mixed martial arts. And so the circle theory can be applied to anything. And I know this will be a little controversial, but some have even applied it to religious practices because they're going for spiritual development. So they might read the Bible in the morning. They might read the Quran in the afternoon. They might read the Bhagavad Gita in the evening, or mix that up in any other way. They might do Buddha. They might do Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. They do whatever they want because they're developing their own circle. They're not going around in the circle of the Christian, the Muslim, the Hindu, or the Buddhist. They're developing their own circle and finding what's useful. And it can be applied in any aspect that you want. So the circle theory means that you take what benefits you, or what you agree with, more importantly, what you agree with and what resonates with your soul, and you apply that to your life. The circle theory is a very powerful system, a very powerful tool that has benefited me and helped me from needlessly going in a circle that I didn't necessarily want to go into because I was attracted to certain parts of the circle. You have the choice to choose what you want to do. And never forget, you're born.